Hello everybody, I'm back with another video for you today. It's been a little while again. I was on holiday in Poland, but I'm here now. And I've got a deck for you today, and it is Meve, Northern Realms. I might get on to doing some Nilfgaard decks, but we'll see about that. But for now, a little bit of Meve that I was playing. I did take a list from, I believe it was the Team Artusa meta snapshot, and I changed a couple of cards around, but really I was playing with that version for the majority of today, and I found it to be pretty damn okay. I was actually able to climb back to peak on Northern Realms, which I'd somehow managed to tank pretty hard, you know, from messing around while streaming and whatnot. But this is the deck. There will, of course, be a link in the description if you want to check it out yourself. But let's run through the cards a little bit. So really the idea is just basically playing for value with Meve. Of course, the leader ability allows you to use cards in particular like Dunbanner, Tridems, and Anna to good effect, as well as stuff like Black Rayla and Nathaniel and all that good stuff. So really, the main attraction here is Dunbanner, and you can use Blue Stripe Scouts to put more of them into your deck and pull them out. You could try running Pavetta and kind of stacking these and getting ready for round 3, pulling them out, maybe even playing Draug like you would in Foltest. Here I'm not doing that, instead just using them as kind of a tempo play in either round 1 or maybe later on, but usually round 1 with the Blue Stripe Scouts. And then you're using Tridems with all the boosts from Enchantress, Sergeants, Anna, and these other engines with drummers and whatnot to really go crazy. You could also play Trebuchets, those are definitely not too bad, just getting you more long-term value. But I think this list is pretty competent. It has a decent amount of engines and enough that you don't get, you know, taken out by removal, but you also don't have too many that the plays are awkward. You have quite a bit of removal as well with Falibor, Prince, and Visegard, along with Margarita to kind of shut things down. So yeah, pretty decent in long rounds, pretty okay in short rounds as well with the big boys like Kira and Bloody Baron and whatnot. Obviously very, very powerful. Adelia is also just in there to kind of protect your Tridem or potentially get another drummer online or something like that. Maybe more points with another scout onto Dunbanner. Kind of just a flexible one. Maybe not the best card to have in this deck. I'm not sure what you'd swap it for, though. You could think about that and change it yourself if you wanted. But that's the deck. It's pretty straightforward, but it's been doing the job nicely, and I didn't want to just play Foltest the whole time with Northern Realms because a lot of people are already doing that. But anyway, let's jump into a game or two and see how this one plays. Right, first game going to be against a Detlef. Not a leader you see too much of, but we'll roll into it. If we can't win this one, then it's going to be a little bit of a bad sign for the deck. So hopefully we'll do okay. All right, so we can probably get rid of Enchantress. Don't really need it. We don't have 2 of them, so whatever. The rest of this hand's okay. I don't particularly feel good about having a super gold hand in round 1, because then we're going to commit cards that we maybe want to save for later. But there's not really too much we can get rid of here and feel good about. So I guess we'll just keep it. Let's start with the Dunbanner. Yeah, we're not going to get the Blue Stripe Scout value with them because we don't have them in hand, but I think it's probably okay. Not the end of the world. Just do some thinning, mulligan those guys later. And yeah, sometimes unfortunately you're not going to draw this combo at the right time, but you could think about saving them for later, but in this hand we don't really have any other plays to make, I guess, that feel great, so let's just go with the drummer next. We can boost the Dunbanner, but I don't think we need to just yet. We want to play around couple of their cards. They might be playing sort of Scorch and Tool Removal and Epidemics and stuff, so gotta be wary of that stuff, I suppose. Alright, the drummer does die. We can play the Tridem. We can also just play Black Rayla. I kind of like Black Rayla here. I think this card's probably quite a good one to play, and let's maybe boost the Dunbanner up. We can then take a pass if we need to. We probably won't, because you never know what it could be with Detlef. We might want to bleed them in round 2. To be safe. Drowner is going to answer Rayla. Which is kind of rude, but okay. Probably go ahead and play maybe Visegard. Just to clean up the Drowner, I suppose. It's really not that great, but it's also not terrible. Let's keep the last charge. Only gets punished by Archgriffin, really, or Flader or something like that. Which they might have, I suppose, but not super likely. And that is a melee row wyvern. Wow, okay, great. Okay, I mean, I'm kind of interested in just playing Nathaniel. I think I will do it here. It's a bit of a weird one, but it should kind of secure the round here, and the other cards we have are pretty decent. Cuckoo Dag's not. I kind of like having the Tridem more than the Nathaniel because he can be a bit awkward to use sometimes, but I'm not sure if that's correct, really. probably isn't. I'm just very wary of the bleeding bug that happens, supposedly, with RNG bug, whatever. And, you know, Adalia on Tridem is possible and not with Nathaniel, so that's another consideration, I guess. We could probably just keep this whole hand, I quite like it. Adalia on the Tridem, and then we can go a little bit crazy with Kira, maybe, and Anna and whatnot. Let's hold the leader for now, because we don't get the extra value on the Tridem, because they don't have a unit. But we definitely want to push here in case they're running some weird stuff. We can maybe think about playing double Tridem and then Kira on both of them. It's a possibility. Okay, Curse of Corruption, so there's definitely going to be some weird stuff going on here. Let's go to the next Tridem and see if we can make him, you know, survive. That'd be nice. Looks like he is not going to live. Okay. That's a little bit unfortunate, I suppose, but whatever. I guess we can play Anna. It plays into Scorch, but I don't really care if they Scorch here, actually. It's like pretty damn fine for us. It's like not a very high value Scorch. And that's usually their win condition with Detlef, so don't really have any other players available, so you know, that's what it is. Okay, gonna be a Toad Prince. So they might just be going for value, I guess, here, which is a bit weird, but sure. I guess we got to play Falibor just so that we kind of survive. We could also go with the Prince, I suppose. Prince isn't too bad here. Just duel away the Toad and hopefully get enough to pass, but we'll see. Maybe not. One leader charge down, and we've seen quite a few decent cards. Just an Arc Spore going to be played here. That's not really doing anything, so might be a pass opportunity. I kind of want to get the Kira down, I think. It's a very big play, and yeah, it's not getting the most value ever, but still, you know, potentially a 14 for 10, which is really, really good. Of course, if we save it, well, it's maybe good still, but I want to get some more from this guy. I feel like he might have some tricks up his sleeve that we need to get rid of. Or be in trouble in round 3. I'd rather not. Falibor's looking possible in this round, if we want to go with that. We'll see, won't we? Okay, just going to be a Crone. I think we play the Falibor and then probably pass after that. Doesn't sound too bad. So pretty damn far ahead right now. They're going to have to commit some nice cards, with the Vitality giving us a few extra points. Our last couple of cards aren't very playable, which is annoying, but yeah, they're 14 behind more with the Vitality, so I think this is a perfect time to pass. We're going to, at the very least, get some good cards, maybe leader charges from them. At worst, you know, at best, we're going to get, you know, card advantage, which will be very useful for round 3. That is going to be a couple of cards needed to win then, which is really good for us. They're still 7 behind, so let's get this over with. Get an Ard, wow. Looks like they were maybe trying some Dragon Dream trickery or something. Potentially. But okay, we managed to bleed quite successfully, I think. We did use a lot of good cards, and now we're stuck with kind of mediocre stuff, but let's get rid of one Sergeant, and then I guess the other Sergeant. There's better cards we can get here. That's not one of them, unfortunately. So we kind of have a pretty crappy hand for round 3. No Baron, no Naneke, no Botchling, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. If the Tridem sticks, we get some decent value from the Enchantress. And if not, well, hopefully their cards will be as bad, if not worse, and we can win as a result. Okay, we'll wait to do the Meve, maybe make their life a bit awkward if they have a lot of removal or something that they want to use. Muzzle, for example. Okay. So now we can try them. We can purify a lock. It seems like Cuckoo Dak's probably going to do nothing this game, but it's what it is. Okay, Crone comes down. That's quite a lot of value. I'm a little bit scared, but we'll see if they can actually get the leader value on Cuckoo Dak. I'm not sure they will be able to. Oh, maybe. Lacerate. Not really going to cut it. But very close game indeed. I'm actually amazed at how close this was. I guess we had a, you know, very bad round 3 hand, but it's what it is. Gonna take a nice clean 1-point win against Detlef. Maybe not the most convincing win ever, but it's what it is. We take those. Let's jump into another game and see if we can get something a little bit more convincing. Alright, and now Dijkstra, the man himself. Maybe be more of a tough opponent than the Detlef, although he definitely had potential to win that last game. Some pretty strong cards. Okay, again, a bit of an awkward hand. We have no blue stripes. I kind of am interested in getting rid of the Tridem here. I would like to find some card that works with Dunbanner. We don't find one. That's okay, I guess. Doesn't always happen as you'd like it to. That is life. Okay, so double cut-ups. We could remove them. I think against Dijkstra, I'd rather kind of save removal for later on. Maybe just go Dunbanner now. Play some weaker cards, you know, maybe Enchantress and Rayla or something like that. I mean, I guess we could lock this, but yeah, saving removal for later seems like a good idea. And we'll just maybe take a loss in round 1 and won't feel too bad about that. Especially if they're committing these kind of crime synergy cards in the round 1. Doesn't feel too bad. Then again, we're going to be very far behind in points. We might have to commit some good cards to actually win the round if they do pass. But I'm sure it'll be okay. Some muscly boys and some lackeys. And yeah, hand is pretty good. Really, it's kind of, the aim is to dodge all the bounty nonsense, which can be quite painful if you don't have enough removal, or you know, you have targets that really play into it in terms of high base strength, which we do, so that's something we need to be a little bit careful about. Alright, we're going to eavesdrop now. So I think Black Rail is probably the least useful card here. Everything else is going to do something, probably. So we'll just throw her out. Philippa's definitely one of the scarier cards that the you know, Syndicate players can be playing. Actually not very happy to see that. So a very early pass. It's a bit scary because we haven't seen any bounty stuff. At least we've got a couple of strong cards out of them here, and we've traded only bad cards from ourselves. But it definitely might be a little bit of a struggle in the next couple of rounds, depending on what they've got. We'll see. Let's get rid of that Scout because it's kind of bad. I mean, we could also keep it just as a throwaway card, but I think I'm okay getting rid of the Tridem as well. Swap it for Enchantress. We already kind of have a target with Nathaniel that we can use for our boosts and whatnot, but it looks like they're actually going to go in this round with Circle. That's pretty interesting. Kind of not expected. Alright. I mean, we don't have to commit super hard just yet. Let's just play a Drummer. And we'll see. Maybe they're just throwing out the Circle because they're scared of artifact removal. But I wouldn't be surprised if they went pretty heavily in here. Summoning Circle with Townsfolk Igor could be pretty bonkers if you make it work. And this deck doesn't run artifact removal, so that might be a bit of an issue for us.
We will cleanse Novigrad with fire.
But we'll see. Just going to be a Caleb for now. That's not too scary. I think probably locking him is worthwhile. We can also purify the bounties with Kukudak, which is really good news. But for now, let's just lock him up, I suppose. It's definitely not a bad target, and we'll see if they maybe take the pass now, or if they're actually interested in pushing here. If they're interested in pushing, then we can maybe get Nathaniel rolling. Would be quite nice. Okay, so Executioner, I think we want to kill that with Fallible. It's like a pretty good target, you know, to deal with. We want to try to remove like all of their engines if possible. Just make life a little bit difficult. And kill another one, Visigoth, for example. And now we're like potentially getting a card, which is pretty good. Of course, they have all the leader value, which can come out at any time. They have no 4P cards left in deck. That's pretty crazy. Units, that is. Probably have specials still, but you know. So I guess next we want to throw Nathaniel out, and then we can start putting enchantresses onto him. Get the value out of that. Possibly. Maybe even Kira onto him as well. He's pretty damn strong. Okay, so that's a pretty low tempo play, I guess. Ah, it's not even. We're just very far ahead because of Fallible being worth so much. But yeah, let's do this. We need to play this Adalia sooner rather than later, and Kira likewise. So get Nathaniel out. And that should help us get some value on the boosts and the vitality that we have. Maybe a little bit wasteful to not immediately get the value. That's a very bizarre play, okay. Just a Graden without any without any bounty on the board. Okay, interesting. I think I'm still going to play Adalia, because I don't want this to be a dead card that hinders us here. I'd rather just make sure we get the card from them. And this should pretty much guarantee that, right? The Nathaniel's gonna bleed everyone to death. And you know, they still have this circle value, so I'm a little bit scared. Yeah, here comes the Igor, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be worth a lot of points. They're going to miss some here by not, potentially, by not clicking the Insanity first. We'll see if it matters. This combo is just so nutty, it might be irrelevant. It might just be getting wrecked, I guess. And again, there's not that many of them on the board right now. And we can actually kill the Igor with Visigoth, I guess, if we want to do that. Is it worth it? That's kind of the question. It might be better to play a Kira. Yeah, probably. We need to make sure we get as much value from this card as possible, right? Okay, Igor's going to die, so that's kind of good. They can maybe get another Townsfolk, but at this point, he's kind of run out of leader charges, so I'm not sure it's that bad news. This 3-point Graden, I really am confused by that play, because that's allowed us to basically stay in this round a little bit. Such a low tempo play, and likewise with this Blacksmith. Looks like we might actually be fine. Despite them having Summoning Circle Igor, which is pretty damn crazy in reality. I mean, we'll see. They are very far ahead right now. It's going to take a while to climb back into this one. It may just not be possible. They can also heal that Igor up, actually, so it's not really the best news. Looks like they're not really going to use him anymore, though, so it is what it is. Alright, I guess we got to Enchantress now, otherwise we're going to not get the value from that. So we'll go for that and, of course, try to get as much bleeding as possible. Need to get the value there. Okay, a Tax Collector. That's something we can probably think about killing. Maybe with Visigoth here. Yeah, it sounds good to me. I'm hoping we don't just lose. That would be kind of a shame. I guess we can't kill it with Visigoth, actually. In that case, maybe we have to play greedily and play like a Prince on back row now. Otherwise, we might struggle to get the points a little bit. I think I'm probably okay with doing that. It's unlikely they have a way to kill this. It would have to be basically a muzzle. It's the only way. I think it's unlikely. We're very far behind, but at least we've got several engines popping off right now. And they're actually just going to play a Townsfolk, which is only 4 points. I think the pass there would have probably been better for them, because I don't think they're capable of 2-0ing us with Anses on the board. We'll see though. Definitely going to have to kill the Tax Collector. And then of course we'll go for this Visigoth value. It might be actually better to click the Nathaniel here, I think it is, right? Now let's do some quick maths. So they lose 1, we gain 3, we gain 6 points here. So actually I think Visigoth and shooting is enough to win the round, which is pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure this is enough. I don't know actually. I'm kind of bad at maths, but should be, yeah, it should be easily enough, right? Yeah, okay, excellent. So they actually managed to get the card there, despite the Townsfolk combo coming down. They did mess up a little bit in terms of not getting as many points as they could there in the Graydon dead card play. I don't really know what that was about. Some interesting plays from the opponent, but okay, let's get rid of that. And again, we're kind of stuck with a bit of a weird hand for round 3. Could probably mulligan the Sergeant again, but it doesn't feel amazing. Especially if we get a blue striped scout. God damn it. But okay, we'll just chill for now with the Meve ability, I suppose. And we can then throw down Anna, I guess. It's not too bad. We're hoping we get some Cuckoo Dak value. Maybe they have a bounty and they want to get the value on that. Philippa would be kind of a really bad thing to see right now. It's kind of the worst one. They probably do have it.
You'll suffer the consequences of your foolishness.
Ouch. Ouch, that kind of hurts. But, you know, we maybe still are winning. Depends what their last card is. It could very easily be a crime that's worth kind of no points. Oh, it's Ewald, okay. Fair enough. So I think we actually, do we win? I think do we even tie? I guess we win because of the Trident. That's pretty close again, another 1 pointer. Damn. Definitely could have drawn a little bit better in both of these games for round 3, but it is what it is. Pretty happy, I guess, with a couple of close wins. Definitely Meve isn't as strong as Foltest overall, but you can win. And there's definitely some interesting stuff going on with her, so feel free to try it out if you want some interesting gameplay with Northern Realms. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope this video was good fun, and if so, don't forget to subscribe for more videos. As always, I'll see you guys next time.